we can always build more killbots.
There were no wrong decals. I didn't use wrong decals or anything. There's nothing like that. Nothing like that going on. Hello, everybody.
Good. Share our warpstone, and I will not eat you.
Mikey, how you doing? When is Chris's favourite chapter? Stop using blue tanks. What? Mike is super low again. There we go. It's super low. I hope it's not super low. I haven't changed anything. Not changed a thing. Anyway, there we go. How is everybody doing? Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Are we all right? Spiky, how are you? Yeah, this is not as you would as you are suggesting a ultramarine tank. It is a Raven Guard tank. It's a Raven Guard tank and it's a Raven Guard red tank. It actually looks really good. That looks pretty cool. Just got back from going to the weekly market downtown. Spiky goes shopping downtown. And taking the doggo for his walk. Nice. How is Pepper doing? You got Doggo's had his warp. How's Pepper doing? You can't call me a tourist. I'm not a tourist. I'm not a tourist. Look, this is the least touristy tank I could possibly paint. It's not a deep cut, but this is a cut at the Raven Guard and Warhammer Horus Heresy universe history. That apparently I'm never going to give you up. So yeah, this is such a deep cut that even Warhammer community didn't know what I did when I sent that in. So it's a touristy tank.
It is the touristest tank to ever tourist.
What? No, it's just not, is it? It's just not. It's the most deep cut, fantastic. It's looking really good. I really like it. I like it. I think it looks fab. Hey, Doria. I would roll your R if I could, but I can't. Aspen. Aspen of Ocean. Aspen, how are you? Purples. May we possibly please have a shout out for the amazing Aspen. Oh, you've already done it. Thank you very much. Morning, Chris and Chad. Thank you. So, yeah, that's we're gonna do some details on this. I was painting this very quickly.
Fuck you, Christopher.
I was painting this very quickly on Monday. You're not the boss of me, but you did. You gave Aspen a shout out, and he gave I can't roll my R's. You gave Drea a shout out. Thank you very much. So yeah, I was not racing. I'm not competitive, honest, but I was trying to paint a tank in a timely fashion, seeing as Aspen was painting a tank in a much more timely fashion on her stream on Monday as well. So it was rapidly rushed through some paint and some colours, but I think actually that looks pretty good. I think that looks pretty good. I quite like it. It's looking all right. I think it's looking all right. It is. How's everybody's day doing? The tank is a tourist. The tank is so tourist that Thomas Cook is going to book it for excursions all summer. I just can't win, can I? I can't win. I'm just going to retire and have tea.
To be honest, it is the reddest blue tank I've ever seen. Bullerman will be upset, Christopher.
Why? I don't even know how to respond to that, Purples. It's definitely not blue. It's definitely red. And it's definitely got a Raven Guard symbol. The humour is 10 out of 10. Drea, I get shit. The chat just give me shit every single stream for the last, well, I was going to say like 11 years, but they haven't been giving me shit for 11 years because some of them have only been here for like 9 years. So for the first 2 years of streaming on Twitch, I was free from all this. But now apparently it is pick on Christopher and make everybody think that he loves Ultramarines, which I don't. Ultramarines are dull. So yes, I just get everybody's just mean to me. Everybody's just mean to me. Oh, woe is me. Oh, woe is me on stream. Right, let's get that off. Whee! And we need to get some water. Water in my wet palette. Victory or death. Good job, chat. Don't you start. Oh. God, everybody's
emotional damage.
Oh dear. Yeah, if you want to join in, there are many sound alerts down below. Just do not call me a tourist with the sound alerts, otherwise you will be sorry. You will be sorry.
Come and see the violence inherent in the system! Help! Help! I'm being repressed! Bloody peasants!
Bloody peasants! Yes. Oh. I can peel that paint off my wet palette. That's very odd. I don't think I've ever been able to peel paint off my wet palette before. Well, there we go. Maybe it's just that particular paint. Supper, lunch, dinner, T52. That one got removed. I removed that one. I need to split it into two. And as I have so many things to do during the day, I forget. So I have not got supper. I need to split it into two because it's at the moment it's too long, and the BBC don't like it on YouTube every time. Every time it is played, they say, "I'm sorry, you cannot use that," because you can use that one though. Juicy giant peach. Juicy giant. Speaking of juicy giant peaches, I have a new bust. This is Alyssa. And gorgeous. Flibble. No, Flibble's being Flibble is the same. I haven't got around to doing Flibble yet either. What was I talking about? I can't remember what I was talking about. Tentacles and pus make any kit less tourist. Oh my god, now I'm being told that I've got to do... She's surely more than bust. She is surely more than bust. She is like,
No, Christopher, it's not a bust, it's a butt.
Because, that's why we have a peach command, right? Because I'm a peach person rather than a... Anyway, so it's just that I always end up painting busts, so I thought I would just go and find one model. And this is the one sculpt. That's the one 3D print file that I've got that is posed like that. That's perfect, I think. So yeah, I thought I'd just Chris like peaches. It's art, Chris. It is art. It is art. Anyway, yes. Whew, hot. Right. So yes. Yes. And yes, we have Sibylla here as well. We got Sibylla. We also have. Does everybody want to see Zoya X7? Because there she is. She is super cool. So she might be the next bust I paint. And we're gonna do neon. So the plan is do neon yellow jacket, neon pink crop top, turquoise glowy.
It's very nice.
It's very nice. It is very nice. It is very nice. Turquoise glowy letters on her crop top thing, and then bright blue hair, maybe fading to green, to be even more kind of cyberpunky. And then I don't quite know what cybernetic arm to do. Probably silver. And then she's going to have a cold white grey marble body, which is going to be super cool. Paint it and gift it to you. You have no choice. No. Oh yes, pink streak in her print. Yes, pink streak in her print. Gotcha, Drea. Gotcha. 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 That is revenge for calling me a tourist. That is revenge for trying to call me a tourist. Yes, big pink street. So the other thing, so we've got, which will actually work really well because we're going to do this yellow and then this pink. I think if we do her hair blue and then this little bit down here just pink, I think that will kind of tie everything together as well and be absolutely perfect. And then this is going to be bright chrome. So non-metallic, of course. So we'll do a non-metallic, bright chrome non-metallic sword. And this is the plinth for Sibylla. So that's Sibylla's plinth. Hydrate. I shall hydrate. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But yes, we're painting tank today. Anyway, we're painting tank. We're going to try and do tank. I dare you. Don't dare me. Don't dare me things, Aspen. Aspen, do not dare me. Do not dare me things, Aspen. Well, actually, no. Please do dare me things. Yes, Trazin and Orican are coming back, and also Rich Gray is on Warhammer TV this week. So make sure you !Rich. Make sure you go and watch that as well. Right, I'm going to move the phone out of the way so it doesn't buzz on screen. Oh, well, yes, yeah. Don't dare me, Aspen. Do. Bum, 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 bum. Right. Dare you to repaint the tank blue? No, that's a silly dare. No, that's not happening. No. No. Right. Look at that. It's an excellent dare. No, because this is supposed to be a red deliverer's tank. You can't. I've spent all Monday repainting this. Stop it, Spike. Stop it, Spiky. Stop it, Spiky. Spiky, how are you? How is the Spikester? The Spikester. How is the Spikester today? It's a deliverer. Shouldn't it be brown? Ha ha. Ha ha. No. It has to match. It has to match my other deliverers in my army, which I think it does. I think it's definitely matching. Right. Yeah. How is everybody's day going? How is all your Wednesdays? How is your Wednesdays? How is everybody's Wednesdays going? What is Wednesday to you? What is Wednesday to you, everybody? What is Wednesday to you? Maybe a Domino's sign on top. A Domino's sign. Oh my word. You're good-ish. Getting my haircut very soon. Then another physio appointment for my knee later. I found out yesterday I'm going to get laid off. I mean, the month's not great, but I'll be okay. Oh no, dude! Target! That sucks, man. What's situation going forward? Have you? So you found out yesterday, end of the month. So what's that? That's 3 weeks. Have you got plans/thoughts in place for applying for new stuff, or are you going to shift careers, or what's going to happen? It's Wednesday, Salamander Wednesday. Now, Aspen, it's not Salamander Wednesday, is it? It's Kasha Wednesday. Kashamanda Wednesday. Kashamanda's. It's Wednesday.
Yes, I'm a
Salamanders be green is an excellent day for that.
I'm also God's favourite princess.
Tari! Hello, Tari Tutu. How are you, Tari Tutu? And are you wearing a tutu, and is it green? Kasha, Spiky is going to be your biggest fan. He's going to be your biggest fan because his favourite colour is green. Tari, how are you? How's your Wednesday going? Sounds like you have 3 weeks of extended lunch breaks. Sounds like you have 3 weeks of hanging out in chat and being cheered up by everybody in Twitch chat. That sounds like a good idea. When are you going to wear a tutu? That's what I want to know. When am I going to wear a tutu? I'm not sure. I'm not sure tutus are long enough to fit and cover my legs. So I think wearing a tutu, and also you can't see. Like if I could say I'm wearing a tutu now, but you wouldn't know. You're the one that's obsessed. You're the one that is literally named Tari Tutu. Oh dear. It's true, green is the best colour. Green is the best colour. Yes, green is I don't need to comment on colours. Right, so yes, we've got to. I have to increase the contrast on this. We've got to smooth out some of the little parts on this, but we'll do that. I kind of want to glaze. I kind of want to airbrush glaze it, but airbrush glazing is going to need kind of masking off some of these black bits. So I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do that. So we're going to have to just kind of focus on and simplify working on the contrast and the finish instead. Wrong. Red is the best color. Hey Ren, how are you doing? Ren? Oh no, Ren is blue-red colorblind. Ren is blue-red colorblind. The streamer doth protest too much. What am I protesting on now? My Skaven army is all green. My tanks that I'm working on for Star Wars Legion are all base green, and my upcoming Mandalorian army will also be green and grey, which is also a great song by New Model Army. Is Chris gonna make dress go spinny? Have I not? I'm sure I've shown you guys me in a dress anyway. Like I'm sure I've shown that, seeing as it's like on the internet. Yeah, so there we go. It's fine. There's your answer. New Year's Eve, like 15 years ago. New Year's Eve 15 years ago. My legs were very much on show in a dress. So yeah, there we go. And if you want to wear a dress, Chris, you can wear a dress. Yes, totally. Right. Yeah, there's not. I don't really hide stuff. It's a very old picture though, so it was taken on a really crappy camera phone. Just don't call it a kilt if it's actually a dress. Good dress weather, to be honest. I am in shorts at the moment because I'm going to go for a run after stream because I'm on my little fitness happiness. I'm going to fitness this tank into my mouth. No. On a little fitness kick or whatever. Too damn hot for that. It might cool down a little bit by the time I go, but like no excuses, right? No excuses if I need to lose. Well, I don't need to. I don't need to do anything. If I want to lose some weight and get back to my nice fitness levels, then that is what is required. And sometimes you run into motivations that make you want to do things. It was 27 degrees at 10 a.m. here when we got back from our dog work. I don't know what it is here at the moment. It is 32 at the moment here. It's 32 here. Where is it? What is it where? So everybody who's out there, what is it where you all are? It's 32 here at the moment, which is a little bit silly. Right, I'm starting to get too small again. I need to get broader. That's the whole point. That was the whole point of doing this with the brush as well. It's 18. It's going to be a high of 27. It's 28 here. 15. Oh my God, Aspen. Aspen, I will share some of my 32 with you. 15. Ren, are you south of me, Ren? You're 28. I think you're south of me. Target's at 18. Although Target's it's like 5 o'clock in the morning for Target. Oh my God, want. I'm sure Aspen would happily swap with you to purples. I'll take that too. Yes, please. South Wales. Though I don't know how south of you that is. It's a little bit south. I'm right in the middle. It's South Wales. Ah. You're a Welsh lass. Hannah's hopefully coming over to Wales. Fingers crossed. Speaking of Wales, have we had any breaking news Hannah updates? We haven't. Heckin' Wimdy. Gloomy as well. I disagree with the gloomy, but you know that. Quite a bit, I imagine. You're around level with London, right? It's not 5 AM for Target, and worse is 7 AM, but I guess 8 AM. Not sure if Target is Pacific or Mountain. Target's like all the way over in Japan or something. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning for Target. No wonder it's only 18 degrees over there. Purple is purple is right, but close enough. Right, so I've got like the general amount of this is done. You get to see my hairy arms now. The general amount of this is done. All we're doing is just kind of detailing. Oh, we need some music. Let's get some music on. Let's get some music on. Let's get some pomp and circumstance. Mountain is 840. Maybe not quite that far southern, but close to. Let's get some music on. There you go. It's a very serious red base coat for what's going to be a blue tank. Spiky, I'm guessing you are following Aspen, because if you are not following Aspen, you are missing out on some phenomenal green painting. I do, because Aspen paints green. Aspen paints green. There we go. And such use of green that often clearly demonstrates that Aspen is a painter of great knowledge and artistic excellence. I can't argue, Spike. Muzz, hey, how you doing? You hand painted that. Wow, that is one moody looking tank. Nice one, Chris. Looks different. Like that I does. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Frostin. You are blushing. Aspen has impeccable painting knowledge of greens. How are you doing, Woodpecker? Oh my god. Oh my god. Do 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 do. Right. And yes, this is all hand painted. So we painted it on Monday to because it's a tank that I needed to repaint for a while. Clearly dry brushed. Oh my god. Oh my god. Aspen, you're gonna fit right in. Clearly dry brushed. Oh dear. He was showing off his fancy dry brush set the other day. I was. It's over there. Yeah. Artist Opus sent me a dry brush set along with the other paintbrushes that they sent, and I haven't used any of them yet. You're moulding. It's my first time painting with white primer and it drives me nuts. You're painting with white primer? Why have you chosen white primer particularly? Right, got to make sure that it doesn't look flamey because we don't want, it's not flames, so we do need to make sure that we are not making it look like flames. Do 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 do. Thin down contrast, of course. You do some Night Lords and want to try make my blues pop more for harsher contrast with grime. So I thought white primer would boost the blue. Check out my YouTube. Can somebody link my YouTube, please?
As a demonstration of
if somebody links my YouTube, there are Night Lords videos on my YouTube. I haven't got any Night Lords here, but there's a blue Necron.
I think I have one in the truck.
That's a blue Necron. But yeah, there's a couple of YouTube videos about Night Lords. You'll have to scroll a little bit far back to get the really saturated blue one, because I did one for Horus Heresy that was slightly desaturated. I think that's on YouTube and not Patreon. I think I put that one on YouTube after it had been on Patreon for a week. If not, check out my Patreon. Yeah. Check out my messages about Gretchen. Oh, what did you say about Gretchen? I want to try on my Gretchen to go for a standard zenithal and then apply thin down Druchii Violet, then contrast Orc Skin. Would that work? For what? What are you trying to achieve with that? You would... you would be better if you want a bit of colour, like variety and shadow. You would be better spraying the Gretchen purple. If you want purple, you'd be better spraying the Gretchen purple and then doing a white zenithal and then putting green over that. Yeah, it wouldn't, because the contrast would overwrite it. So you wouldn't get it wouldn't play. It wouldn't play. So you'd be better to paint the whole model purple, spray the whole model purple, and then spray it white, and then orc over that. Either purple or red. Like red works really well as well. Even thin down. Yeah, it just because then you wouldn't get any. Then it just wouldn't. It wouldn't. It wouldn't work, but it wouldn't work. It would just go muddy. It would just go muddy, and it just wouldn't. It wouldn't really do anything. By all means, try it, and I might well be wrong, but I don't think that would work. And thank you very much, Harumph. Yeah, it's not looking bad, is it? It's getting there. It's certainly getting there, I think. You prefer the word grot over Gretchen. Why is that, Templar? Why is that? I kind of grew up with them being Gretchen. So Gretchen stays with me as a terminology. I'll try both, my recipe and yours. I mean, if you want to, sure. Sounds like a plan, Perps. Sounds like a plan. Are you going to put... Are you going to put... Oh, hazard stripes? What, on this? No, there's not going to be any hazard stripes on this. Same as you grew up with them called grots. Yes. I think it's a generational thing in terms of how you grew up. It's the same with Star Wars, right? Like which was your first Star Wars? Squigs, grots, Gretchen, knobs, boys. Templar, where would you put the hazard stripes on this if you would put hazard stripes on it? And hello everybody over on YouTube. Hello everybody over on YouTube. Right, let's do this bit over here. We've already done that. Okay. It's not bad, is it? It's not bad. And this has only taken like, what, 4 hours? This has only really taken 4 hours. It's not too bad. I'm quite amazed. This looks like Andy Wardle piece. Brilliant work. I'm gonna screenshot that and send it to him. That's really cool. Bit where you would put the sign "Mind the Head." Oh right. Mind the head. You gotta go stream. Bye, Aspen. If everybody would like, if it's okay, if everybody would like to open up Aspen's stream and just lurk over there and then come back to me, because obviously, I'm painting red and Aspen's painting green, so you should come back to me. But everybody go give Aspen a lurk. That would be awesome. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, so I've got to put mine the head in there. Should I paint hazard stripes on that little bit there? Close that up again. Right. So it's mainly now just kind of sitting here and going around. It's just about sitting here and going around everything and making sure we've got everything kind of brought up. Don't doubt me, Andalou is one of my personal heroes like Rich. I like Andy. Andy's cool. Yeah, I like Andy. Juggling meant to paint it like Iron Warriors. Juggling meant to paint it like Iron Warriors. Okay. Do you have a link for Aspen stream? It's on Twitch, Templar. She's on Twitch, so if you come over to Twitch, then yes, I can link Aspen's stream, but she's not streaming on YouTube. There we go. I think I'm dead pleased with this. Oh, I keep getting my head in the way. I'm sorry. I will shift around a little bit. We'll shift around. Let's see if we can get this up to the same state. Every time I see the hazard stripes, they remind me of Iron Warriors. Yep. I am fighting Iron Warriors with my Raven Guard soon. One of my friends in stream. You might see him pop up in a second, in a little while. Mr. Stu. One Stop Wargaming has borrowed like 10,000 points of Iron Warriors so we can learn Horus Heresy. And I have Raven Guard, which have no heavy weapons at all. Oh, cheers, Purples! Cheers, purples. Will you use any pigments? Yes, yes, I will. So it is going to get weathered. It's going to have some weathering down at the bottom, which is why it's bright at the bottom. Because if it's bright at the bottom, then the weathering and the chips will show up. And also, I kind of like doing armor panels this way in terms of light bright down at the bottom. And then it will have a little bit of weathering in the same way as this. So this kind of soft, like concrete weathering, which I've been doing on the rest of the infantry and things. So we'll have that on the bottom down here as well, particularly like all the way along here on the underside, like all of this down here is going to be very very weathered out. Strike from the shadows. Yes, indeed. Strike from the shadows.
Jeberspeer, Hoendeersteer, Bort, Bort, Bort.
Book. Imagine a film about Caven Shrike as a gangster. Caven Shrike as a gangster. That would be nuts. Right, so I need some Mephiston red because I need to pull this down a little bit further. So drop that in there. Try and get that going as a bit of a glaze. Hopefully, with this, we can Bum, bum, bum. What's everybody's? How's everybody's Wednesday been so far? Have we had any cool things happen? Any cool things going on? Obviously, we've had targets, not so cool things going on, but. Yeah, the pigments. So the pigments I'm going to use the same pigments that I did on the infantry at the bottom, but we need to chip it first. So that's why the bottom of the tank is is I'm trying to go quite bright in terms of a solid colour as well, so that when I chip it and add the chips to it, because the chips will be black, we'll add some black chips in and brown, and then some streaks and some battle damage around everywhere else. So that will then help all the battle damage to be seen, and then all the lower part of the tank down here, we're going to use the same pigments that I used on my infantry, which is this one, which is light sienna. So I've got light sienna, which is going to go on the bottom, and then also this one, which is the second one I've got, which is natural umber. So that's a slightly darker one. So I'm going to mix those two and get both of them on. And then I don't tend to seal my pigments because I like the matte finish and the matte look to them. So they just get they will just get tattered on there. That's the plan. And then on Friday, Saturday, or whenever, my Mark IV Space Marine should arrive, so I can do my reconnaissance squads, which I'm super excited about. That's going to be amazing. So yeah, really excited to do some reconnaissance squad stuff. Get to convert some bolters. I woke up, had coffee, painted Space Marines, and now I'm working. Nice. Nice. How are the Space Marines going? Are you pleased with them so far? Got a captain with a relic shield nearly done and a couple of blade guard. Nice. Cool things I wish temperature's too high. Machines reporting error codes. Oh no. I just shut down. No point beating yourself with a wet haddock. It's dead already. Are the machines dying because of the heat? Is the heat not? Cause I'm guessing they run quite. Do they run quite hot? Because they need to be cooled down all the time anyway, don't they? So I'm guessing they run quite hot normally. Is that right? Well, the cutting surface. Does the heat affect the cutting process more than the machines? I'm interested now. How much does the heat actually affect the machines? My brother-in-law has a engineering company for making they make the machining parts for like Land Rover. So when Land Rover need to machine a part or whether they need to press a part, he makes the part that presses the parts for Land Rover and things. But that's slightly different, isn't it? That's like dunk rather than, although he does have some CNC. I don't know how many CNC machines he's got. 5 or 6. Then I did a photo shoot. I did a photo shoot down south with a guy. It was a Triumph TR4. It's a red, really nice red Triumph TR4. And it was owned by a guy who has this huge CNC company. And I walked in, and that was just like 30 CNC machines, huge, big, like I don't know, 10 foot square CNC machines. Awesome place. I got a license as a CNC operator back in the late August. Nice, congrats. Yeah, the captain with the relic shield. I really want to get a captain with a relic shield for my. How much is he on eBay at the moment? The captain with the relic shield, because I really want to get one for my Death Spectres. I think he would look awesome as a Death Spectre. So I might have to try and get one. How much are they on eBay at the moment? Because everybody must be selling that part, that half of the Armageddon box, right? Well, not everybody, but lots. 30 euros on eBay. Captain with relic shield. I'm going to have a look. I also need some more super loot. Captain with relic shield. It's probably not actually that cheap because you can buy them new. 13 quid. 13 quid with free delivery. That's actually not that bad, is it? 13 quid with free delivery. Shall I do that? Shall I do that? What do you think? What do you think, everybody? Should I do that? Grab one of these, turn him into a Death Spectre. 13 quid's not too bad, is it? Because he would look really good as a Death Spectre. Because I've only got to add some. I've just got to add some skulls and a cool scythe, and that's actually pretty good. I think. Seller is away until the 11th. I mean, that's fine. Yeah, maybe I'll have a think. That's 13 quid. 13 pounds. 13 great British pounds. Yeah, because he does look. Yeah, I think I'll probably try and grab one. That would be cool, I think. Then I can do a Death Spectre. Or do I do him as a Raven Guard? I think I do him as a Death Spectre. Wonder if those box flippers are buying whole boxes or just picking up wholesale lots from individuals selling their halves. I reckon they're buying whole boxes. They'll buy whole boxes. They'll buy whole boxes. They must make. I mean, that one has sold. If you have a look at this, look. He's sold 71. He sold 71 of those. So I'm guessing Fox Games just buy all the boxes, and then they just split them all on eBay and make. I mean, that's like 800 quid just on one friggin' model. Ethically buy a buck by buying halves on the cheap for someone looking for a quick sale, then selling individual models at a markup. I mean, yeah, you could, but it's probably not worth the hassle and the effort to try and do it when you can just get the boxes. I mean, whether that's straight from, I'm guessing that's straight from Games Workshop. I'm guessing that's a trade seller. Because as soon as you do it. You think I should do it? Yes, it's the time effect. They have been heat soaked for 12 days. They are Euro machines, so they don't like it, and they are closed loop calculation. I can force them to run but. Fucking fascinating, Muzz. Absolutely fascinating. I could talk to you for hours about stuff like that. It would be super cool. Nice one. Okay, Muzz, I got you. I got you. Right, how does that look compared to that? Yes, there we go. Getting there, we're getting there. We're not getting a nice conversion job. I'll probably end up with another one from the starter box drops. I can picture you could ethically... Yeah, I think... What do you reckon, Tari? Do you think I should do that as a Raven Guard or as a Death Spectre? The Raven Guard, like half of my army, I was trying to kind of stick to Phobos and light stuff. But with him being a Blade Guard veteran, he sort of fits into the idea of doing the Death Spectre allies within the Raven Guard. And obviously he would then need a Blade Guard, which would then obviously be called Scythe Guard, because they would all have scythes. Probably my favourite Primaris Captain sculpt to date. I didn't like it originally, but yes, I think I agree. I thought it was a little bit dull to start with, because it was just another Blade Guard. It was just a Blade Guard Captain kind of thing. But yes, actually, I think I agree with you there. Whether that's just because the model's softened on me and the impact of, ooh, it's just a Blade Guard. I don't know, but yes, I think it is. As generic captains go, it's the best one. I did like the Gravis one. I will say that I did like the Gravis one. My Blade Guard have swords. I really wanted to paint the swords. Yeah, mine will have scythes like my Gravis captain. Yeah, I do like the Gravis captain. He needs repainting. I need to really figure out how I'm going to do my. Death Spectres, because I'm not quite sure. The Gravis captain, especially with the power sword, I really need to make one of those. Okay, let's see if we can. Probably give mine a side too. I have a bunch of boxes of Death Guard sides. Nice. Yeah, the Horus Heresy one's perfect. Perfect. Looking at the kit, trimming away the sword scabbard and making the pistol holster look empty won't be difficult at all. Second Primaris Captain will be getting a scythe and a pistol. With opposing the main body, him aiming a pistol in the left hand and holding a scythe in the rest in his right hand will sick. Also, an excuse to paint nice plasma coils. Yeah, I'd really like them to do more Volkite, to be honest, in 40k. I really like the Volkite stuff. Okay, so what's next in terms of trying to get this right and smooth? We need to sort out these kind of panels here. There we go. So this vehicle is for Blood Angels. Oh, am I wrong again? Shut up, Buzz. This is... I'm going to put some gold on it. It's going to get some gold on it. Actually, I need to decide where the gold is going to go. I do need to decide where the gold is going to go, because the deliverers do have some gold trim. And they tend to have gold trim around the black. So maybe like around the cupola here. Oh, Muzz, we were having this conversation on Monday. How do you say cupola? Do you say cupola? Do you say cupola? Do you say something else? Do you say cupola? Was another thing somebody said on Monday. Like, what do you call that? How do you pronounce that? Yeah, this is a Raven Guard to match. So this is going to carry the Raven Guard Deliverers Terminator units, and then I also have a Deliverer's Dreadnought, cupola. You pronounce it correctly. Well, of course the Empress pronounces it correctly. Therefore, the Emperor should tell us how to pronounce it. To be fair, so that we can all know. Copola. Copola. Quev Poker. Short syllable. Cupola. Cupola, yeah, I can. And I think Muzz is cupola. I can't remember what I say now. I think I say cupola. Yes, cupola. I say cupola. That's right, isn't it? I quite like cupola. It's like lieutenant and lieutenant, isn't it? And being badly dyslexic, I work on phonics thingies, so I doubt I'm right. It's absolutely fine, dude. Everybody says it their own way. Okay. So it's things like this now. Yes, I do have an affiliate link for those airbrushes now as well. So if anybody does want to try some of those airbrushes, they are sending me one to try and unbox. But I've been impressed with, like, because they've sent me the spec sheet and the tech sheet and everything for them. So that's the link, and you can use exclamation mark. You can use Chris Frossin at checkout, all one word. So this is that's their dog's bollocks or horse's bollocks airbrush, and then they do other ones as well. But yeah, they look very good. So I'm looking forward to getting these. So that'll be cool. That will be cool. What are the chances of them sending you that compressor to try? It looks interesting. That's going to be the next thing I'm going to ask, Tari. I am definitely going to ask for the compressor as well. Because yeah, the compressor, you are right, the compressor does look really interesting as well. Little tabletop compressor. So yeah, I will ask for that. They want a long-term thing, so I wonder if I should try and get a fancier airbrush. My Iwata Neo has served me very well over the years. It's been fun to try something from a higher price bracket. The Neo's nice. I do like the Neo. The Neo was good. I did notice a difference when I went to my Eclipse, Iwata Eclipse, and everybody knows how much I like my Iwata Eclipse. And these ones are going to have to be very good to compete with the Iwata Eclipse, but even if they're like, because the Eclipse is so good, like even if there's an artist on YouTube which I follow who does airbrush work, airbrush art, like canvas art, and I always kind of pay attention to his reviews and things, and he kind of agrees with me, if you like, because I kind of came to the conclusion that the Eclipse is really nice, but I didn't really know why. He explains it really well, and he does rank it as one of his 2 favourite ever airbrushes that he uses, so it is really good. And also he did a Instagram reel the other day drawing a skull with an airbrush, and I was wondering, oh, maybe I should just draw just freehanding a skull with an airbrush. So maybe I could do that one day on a stream. I thought that would be quite cool. Let me see if I can find it really quickly. Where is he? Where is he? Trying to find it. Hang on, I should just show you his channel. So this is his channel. Where's it? There it is. So what do you think? Do you think I should try and do this on stream? I think that would be quite fun. Like, you know what I think of freehand and stuff. I think that might be quite fun to try. You're gonna get an HS one. Nice. Looks like a really good exercise. Yeah, I think it would be. I think it would be really cool to try. Especially with my history with freehand as well. So if I do that, I will 100% kind of like just break down in tears again. But like I did last time. Well, not last time, but like I did the first time I did freehand. But yeah, I think that's really cool. I don't know how many of you were here then when I did the first freehand. Looks really good exercise. I have 4 H&S brushes. Love them. Ha ha ha, you won't. That's why I couldn't find him, is because he's changed his channel name. So he used to be called the Art Workshop, and now he's called the Art Workshop. So it's now at T all the way down at the bottom of my subscription. So I couldn't find it. A lot of people swear by the HS Infinity. A lot of people swear by the Water Eclipse. I'm just going to put it out there. Honestly, the airbrushes for model painting, I think you should. I think we should appreciate and pay more attention to artists like that who do that sort of painting with airbrushes. I think we should hold their reviews and thoughts into consideration, because there aren't that many airbrushes in the hobby, in this hobby kind of community world. There's obviously the HS one and therefore Cult of Paint. There's the couple of Iwaters that kind of get thrown around, but the actual conversation around airbrushes in the kind of like the Warhammer hobby, not the modelling hobby, like if you go to like tanks and aeroplanes and things, there's a little bit more of a airbrush conversation going on, but in the Warhammer hobby I don't think there's really that much. The quality is impeccable. Yeah, I think there's some unnecessary kind of decisions and realizations, because the vast majority, but then equally, like if you want something, like, because the vast majority of people use airbrushes for priming and base coating, which is like any airbrush can cope with that. I say any good airbrush can cope with that. And there's a lot of kind of conversations around watching some of the artists do slightly finer work, and if the airbrush can cope with that finer work, then of course it's going to be able to cope with priming and base coating. But like a 0.2 needle and a 0.2 needle is not as influentially essential as some of the hobby community make out that it is. Hopefully that makes sense. Do-do-do-do. Redeemed the entry sounded back a few days back. Should I have sent a note on Discord? Oh no, dude, I did not know that. Did you? Thank you very much. Fantastic. Yeah, send me a DM, dude, with what sound you want. What sound do you want? Unless you've already said that, in which case I'm sorry I haven't got round to it. It does take me a while to get round to it sometimes. as Avian will tell you, Avian waited like 8 months for his. I do try not to be at 8 months again, but nice one, Harumph. What did you go for? What sound do you want? Yeah, just send me a Discord DM with a YouTube link with what the sound is or whatever, and I'll rip it off. Sent it via Whisper, but I can ping you on Discord. Whisper? Oh, Whisper on Twitch? Yeah, don't do that. I don't even know. What Whisper? No, I haven't got it then. I haven't got it. The last message on Whisper that I've got is from a friend in January. So it's not shown up. Yeah, Twitch messages don't exist. Like I've just seen 3 that I've not read yet. So if you send me a Twitch message, expect it not to be read. Sorry. Yeah, send me a DM, dude. The Everest died. The second digital printers came out. It had a 12-year lifespan, but now lives on with modelers. It's so sad, really. Chris is almost bad as I am at reading his messages. Right. I'm out of tea. I'm out of tea. What am I going to do? date is it? It's the 8th. Okay. You don't get that. They were used for photo retouch on every just about every photo ever from print. Yes. Yes. Airbrushes were retouch centric, so they have been removed. Same with photo manipulation and developing. The amount if you go and look at any of Ansel Adams' black and white photos, the amount of push and pulling that he was doing during the darkroom exposure process was ridiculous, like covering up certain areas to keep it darker and everything. So yeah, exposing in the darkroom is a long lost art as well. It's not long lost art, plenty of people still do it. It's not really lost, but it is sort of lost as an art form. There's a guy called Ian Reuter who is doing some incredible wet plate photography. Some of the stuff he's done is incredible. He's taken a portrait. He's taken a wet paint portrait of Barack Obama, the when he was president, which was incredibly cool to go and do a wet plate photo of Obama in modern day. Incredible. And this was one of those things where you have to rest your head on something, so he has like a stick with a tennis ball on the end, and then you can lean your head on it so you can keep your head still. It's not endangered at all, Sinister. I've done it. I do it. It's not endangered. It's way more prevalent than you think. There's an article on my fucking website about processing film. But yes, it is not as prevalent. It is not as mainstream, if you like, but it is definitely still very much out there, and it's still very much the information is still very much kind of shared between everybody. Ian Reuter's just the stuff he's done for kind of film photography has been ridiculous as well. He was super cool. This was a guy who quit his job and bought a van, and turned the van into a wet plate camera. It was an old ice cream van. So he blacked out. He basically turned a van into a pinhole camera. If anybody knows what a pinhole camera is, he turned an entire van, the back of the van, he turned it into a pinhole camera. Absolutely incredible. So when he was taking the photograph, he was inside the camera because he was inside the truck doing all the exposure and everything. Absolutely phenomenal. So, and his wet plates are like 3 foot wide. There we go. Pretty good. Got hold of a Pache B Turbo, but it didn't happen. And yes, chat, look up that one. Film is having a bit of a renaissance at the moment. At the moment, I think it's been yeah. Tank is looking nice. How are you doing, Cobalt? How are you doing? Hello, everybody over on YouTube. How are you doing? Right, I'm going to go make a cup of tea because I'm out of tea and I need to hydrate in this heat. I'm just going to glaze a little bit onto here just to soften that black out. Why are you adding highlights to the bottom instead of the top? Because that's where the light is. What can you see more of? What can you see more of there? The bottom, right? And also, it's an artistic decision to have the bottom lighter as well, so that I can show the weathering once we get to the weathering part. Yeah. Flat panels like this will have light at the bottom. You'll have a little bit of a kick light up at the top, but the actual panel itself will be brighter down at the bottom. Yes. Right, I'm going to go make a cup of tea, and I'm going to go and get Tari a custard cream biscuit. Yes, yes. Latte acquired. Nice one. Nice one, dude. I have acquired tea. I have acquired tea. Oh dear. And my camera has died. Ding ding. There we go. My camera has now not died. Whoop. Lift the light up a little bit. Yeah. Right. Now, what do we need to do with all this? What do we need to do with all this? We should probably start getting a little bit of vertical wear on this. But then we do need to deal with this bit down here as well. How is your latte? How is your latte? Right. Is the music loud enough? Can you hear the music? Yeah, I think the music's loud enough, isn't it? Perfect. Perfect. Latte acquired. Do you make your latte on? Have you got like a coffee machine, or how's your latte done? I'm running out of wet palette. The wet palette is drying. The wet palette. We've got back to the stage of the wet palette drying. It's drying a lot. Need to get some more water on it. Need to fill up my little water bottle. Did anybody else get a drink? Did anybody else go and get a drink? I have my, so the Mark IV, the new Mark IV, the Horus Heresy Mark IV box should arrive. I'm hoping it's going to arrive on like Friday or Saturday, and then I can start building up. I might try and convert a few of the poses a little bit, because I think they should be convertible in the same way the Mark VI ones are reposable. at least way more reposable than the Mark II and 3. Mark II and 3 are a nightmare to repose. Pretty much can't do it without a lot of sculpting. So should be more cool. Okay, so there. Let's see if we can do a little bit up here as well, because this bit here needs to be a bit softer. We get this. Okay. Start to add some vertical elements into all of this. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, the reconnaissance squads. I'm going to do the reconnaissance. Hang on, let's get this in. I'm going to do the reconnaissance squads for the Raven Guard. They're going to be off the Mark IV, and they're going to be based on that piece of artwork again from the Black Books. So that little bit of Black Book artwork from the reconnaissance squads, and then also I'm going to have to convert up the Tigris pattern bolter, so that's going to be converted from the Mark IV bolter, which is perfect as well. And I might even use that Mark IV bolter for the more death in rather than using the Mark VI. We'll see about that one when we get there. So what pigments for colours will you use? So I have, let's get some darkness on this bit as well for the streaks. So I have the pigment colours that I use on my infantry. It's interesting because the infantry, there's a video up on my infantry, on the Raven Guard infantry, in terms of how I painted them and what the bases are. So the bases, I went and got some concrete, some bits of concrete from like building sites and things, and smashed them all up, and I made I've got like a couple of different tubs of smashed up concrete to do the bases for. So that's where this comes from. So that's smashed up concrete. Now what I put on top of this after as well is I've got two sets of different, I mean this one has worn off a little bit because I did this one a while ago and I didn't do it very well. I did it quickly for an article. So it needs sealing in a little bit better. So once the concrete is on, I then go to some pigment powders as well to add a little bit of dust and contrast to the very flat concrete colour, the pale concrete colour. But the concrete goes really fine as well, which is really good. So the concrete goes really fine, it's a really good colour, and then you can build on top of it. And I have two different Vallejo pigments which I use. So I've got natural umber and light sienna, which are those two colours there, which are really good. So this one obviously goes in recesses and things, and you can get it pushed into recesses to add a little bit of kind of mucky shadows to certain areas, and then this one just goes pretty much everywhere else. And you can just soften everything off like that, so it looks really good. So I will probably make a few kind of pigment washes with those, and then use those on the bottom side of this, particularly around all the tracks and everything when I get the tracks on. So that's the plan for that. So that will run in all the panel lines, covering all the tracks and everything. And then obviously kind of like built up on the lower half of the tank as well. Try and get that involved with some of the chipping. Try and get some of the chipping colours played around with. I'm trying to make it as lighter, this lighter red down at the bottom, down here, so that the chipping and the dust will show up quite well. So that's the plan with the pigments. I still need to work out where I'm going to put the gold on this as well. Not quite sure where I'm going to play with the gold, because we need the gold somewhere. And the deliverer terminators used gold on trim. Well, there's not a lot of trim on a Land Raider, so it'll be interesting to kind of brainstorm where I can get gold into the colour scheme. Because as of yet, I'm not entirely sure. Like, you could use, because they use it on, if you have a look at the one here, they use the gold on the trim of the shoulder pads. So I could, and the shoulder pads are black, so I could use it around the trim of the cupola, or the cupola, or the cupola. And then maybe some things like the hinges or something, but I even thought about doing all that gold. But yeah, something needs to be gold on it. I just don't know what yet, which is probably bad planning on my half. Thought you might run with a dark blue, maybe purple to enhance the shading, but I know nothing. It looks right. What, dark blue or purple pigment colours? Now the shading has already got some purple in it. The shading has already got some purple in it. So this up here has already got some purple in the shading. So the shading is already there. So you are right with the purple. The shading already has some purple in there. But the pigments I'm going to use are more of an environmental pigment, kind of a little bit like that. So they're going to be more of an environmental pigment, so you can get it, you can get the dust onto the lower part of the tank. So yeah, this colour up here is kind of like a deep purple. Deep purple, and then that bit there is very purple. There we go. Right. Try and get some glazes on this. This is going to be a challenge. So it's mainly what I'm doing at the moment is I'm trying to get like the red where I want it, in terms of the transitions being smooth and everything like that. And then once I've done that, I can then start kind of like adding all the chips and the dots and the damage and things all over it. So make it look good and then damage it is it's basically what we're doing. We're making it look good and then we're going to put dots all over it. I hate the model, it's too good for a conversion at just PTSD. It's not bad. I'm very pleased with it so far. I'm very pleased with it so far. At some point, I'm going to have to paint the. At some point, I'm going to have to paint the tracks, and then get the tracks on. At some point, that is going to have to happen, of course. Pretty good. Some verticals. And the verticals just to kind of introduce kind of drips. And like drips, the look of drips in the paint and the dirt and stuff. That's all that is doing. Hey Cryo, how you doing, dude? How are you doing? Is everything going well, man? Is everything going well? A wild Cryo does indeed appear. does indeed appear. And he probably does. He probably is very wild. I'm good, and you? I'm very good, thank you. Yeah, I am good. I'm really, really enjoying doing the tank. I did not expect to be enjoying it this much. I did not expect to be enjoying the tank this much. It's fab. Struggling a little bit with the heat and the fan drying the paints up, but we can work with that. Introduces interest, which has buckets of reason one not to airbrush. Yes, yes, yes. You have variety in the paint finish, which you have to work with an airbrush. I am going to do a tank with an airbrush. So when Galeri paint send me the airbrush that I've asked for, I will do a tank with an airbrush. I'm going to do the Vindicator. So this is going to be for my Night Lords. So we will be doing that with the airbrush. But hopefully introducing some detail with the airbrush as well. What are you working on today, Cryo? Love the red and the weathering. Yeah, we've only just started on the weathering, so the weathering is hopefully going to get even more. Hopefully it's going to get even more. Glade some of that away. There we go. All the shout outs, thanks Perps. Has Perps given you all the shout outs? Perps loves Cryo, you see. That's all it is. That's all it is, Cryo. Perps loves Cryo. Like whenever I'm like, right, that's finished stream. Let's go and find who to raid. Perps is like, Cryo's on. To be fair, I don't raid many people, so Cryo is regularly one of the raids. I don't raid many streamers. Since I did the stream yesterday instead of today, I just do little bits and bobs on the squad, glue on details and stuff. I appreciate it lots, and that, my friend, is why I raid you. And that, my friend, is why I raid you. Boom. Yeah, this is fucking cool. Absolutely loving this. Absolutely loving this. Chris raised you for the bits and bobs. Bits and boobs? I raid Cryo for the boobs? Cryo, do you want to see... You know I've been painting busts, Cryo. Do you want to see my new bust that I'm going to paint? Well, actually, I've got two. Actually, no, I've got three. Who wants to see... Who wants to... The one is very much not my... Not my style? Is that the right word? After a certain command... There's a certain command in my Twitch stream which highlights my interests / style / whatever you want to call it. And I've got three busts. One of them is that. One of them is this, and two of them aren't. And one of them definitely is not this. One of them is definitely not ! Peach. One of them definitely is ! Peach, and the other one is just fucking cool. Yeah, there are three busts, Perps. You haven't. I don't know whether you've seen the third bust, but the third bust is definitely a bust. Okay, I will show you first bust. First bust is definitely a peach. It's a peach of a bust. This is Alyssa. There is Alyssa. No, the third one is definitely bust. Perps. So that is Alyssa, who is a peachy bust. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, quite frankly, like I like painting. Like I love painting busts like this. Like little torso, like half torsos like this are fantastic. And also abs, like abs are amazing. So that sort of stuff is amazing. But I was just like, I'm painting all these busts. Just want to find. So I found that this one is the one model in my collection that has this kind of torso twist. So that is actually kind of like the golden angle. So that's that one. I also have this one, which is gorgeous. This is really, really cool. So cyberpunk / edge runners vibe, which is all brilliant. We know you like torso twists. Yes, I do like torso twists. So she's really cool. And she's got like a cyborg body as well, so you can see she's got like panel lines on her body and panel lines on her face. So she's going to have neon yellow jacket, neon pink half top, glowy turquoise letters, and then blue hair with like a little pink stripe in it. And then she's going to have like a really pale grey marble skin. So that's, and then a very chrome non-metallic sword. So she's going to look awesome. Now the third bust, which everybody will know the character. I promise. Everybody will know the character. Everybody will understand that it is a bust. And I've had this model for a while and I just haven't got around to printing it. So I thought I'd just put it on the plate. So there you go. Titus. No, it's not Titus. So yeah, I've got her two arms as well. This arm is quite cool. So this arm comes down and comes up and she's holding like a chalice. And then this arm comes down and she's got a massive fucking like claw. So I'm just gonna cut this arm off halfway. So it's gonna have an arm that comes down to the elbow here, and then an arm that comes down and up, and it holds a chalice with blood that's dripping out of it. So yeah, there we go. If anybody's played Resident Evil, and I'm sure you all have, you know exactly who she is. I can't judge. I have most of Kaha's busts in my pile of shame. The wide smile is mad. The wide smile is really cool, isn't it? The wide smile is really cool. So yeah, as Harump says, the good old Lady D. Yeah, Resi Evil 8. So yeah, I've had this bust for ages. I just need to print her 2 arms. So I have a another bust which I want to print, which is a crow lady. So she's got a crow, like a crow mask on, and a crow on her shoulder, which is perfect for the Raven Guard and everything. So I'm going to print her off. And when I print her, because she's taken ages, because there's so many feathers to kind of individually support, because the orientation of the print has been a nightmare. So I'm going to have to individually support loads of feathers for that. And then once that's printed, or once that's done on that plate, I'm just going to put her 2 arms on, and then and then she'll be done as well. But she's actually quite cool. It's actually quite a cool bust. I quite like that. It's quite cool. The hugest and boobiest vampire lady to ever huge and boobies. Yes, isn't she like 10 foot tall, 11 foot tall, something crazy? So yeah, Cryo's making notes. Cryo's making notes. Oh dear. Yeah, Lady Dimitrescu. Lady Dimitrescu. If you want to go and Google Lady Dimitrescu, then feel free. I've also got her. Is it her daughters, the other vampires? I've also got 3D prints for them as well. Cryo's like, oh yeah, all right, yeah, keep telling me, but yeah, what? So what? Who is she? Okay, so let's do some more. Now with all that said and done, let's do some more of said tank. Let's do some more tank, shall we? But yeah, those are the 3 busts which I've reprinted. I will probably do Cyberpunk first. I'll probably do Cyberpunk Lady first. We've named her Zoya Z7 because that's cool as shit. Perfect kind of like cyborg name. And yeah, she's going to be in
boots, and your motorcycle.
Tom Stonks are up. Hey, Sax Juice. She's going to be in neon yellow, neon pink, which is going to be a test and practice in of itself, because I have no idea how to paint neon really. So I've been kind of brainstorming and checking what neon actually is, etc. Yeah, there's going to be very little contrast. There's going to be very little contrast on her. Any contrast that I can play with has to be kind of reined in a little bit. Otherwise, the fluorescent and the neon looks a bit muddy. So it's going to be an interesting little test. I'm looking forward to it. Should be good. Meet my ex, 6'8" and a total bitch. I'll go feed Kitty and sort my own food. Bye, Cryo! We got a Sax Russ. Sax Russ. Ruff. Sax Ruff is here. You have my lurk. Thank you, Cryo. There we go. Perps is on the lurk. Pepsi's on the lake, riders on the storm, riders... Strawberry girl. How are you doing, Christine? How's your birthday week going, Christine? Christine, the birthday week lady. Melty hook is melty. Melty hook. Oh, melty hook and pin. Yes. How are you? What do you think, Christine? What do you think? I think it's going pretty well so far. I'm getting ready for my Mark IV Marines to arrive this week. And also, Christine, I have a new affiliate. Check this out. I have a new affiliate. I'm alright, feeling really tired today. So these are absolutely gorgeous. So they are currently on the way to me. So I'm going to try them out and do some videos when they arrive. But they look really good. I'm really impressed with them. So yeah, they've sent me some tech specs and some like engineering stuff about them, and they are beautiful. Look at this. They've got a helixical nozzle as well, which sends the air out over the needle in the helix, which is really cool. Right, let's change the battery. You're very tempted by them. Well, if you use Chris Frossin at checkout, then you get 10% off. That's just like, and so this is the Stallion one. The Stallions, you get two, so you get two in here. One's 0.4, one's 0.4, and one's 0.2. But yeah, I mean, look at. I mean, this is why, like the engineering and the precision and the delicacy of these, I'm super impressed by. So it will be very, very cool to play around with. So yeah, if you use the link that I put in, use the link I put in chat, and if when you get to check out, if you use Chris Frossin, all one word, my name, all one word, no spaces, Chris Frossin, you'll get 10% off. Any side cup variants? Yes, there are. Oh, side cup? No, there's no side cup. They do have. Where are the? They do have some. So they do have these ones. So they have some larger airbrushes for some more serious work. But I don't think there's any side cups. They do have. I mean, they do have massive ones. They do have. If you get an Aventus. Where's the Aventus? If you get the Aventus. Where is it? You can. Oh, it's not that one. TaylorMade. There we go. Where is it? Yeah, there's the vortex nozzle. That's gorgeous. That's really cool. Yeah, you get some. There we go. So you get some different air cups, which I've asked to try out some of the different air cups. Can't find the page now. Yes, so there's two different caps. Then you can change the colours on this one. So you can have blue at the back. There we go. There we go. So there's a distance cap, the crown, and the 6 holes. So you get some different caps on there as well, some air caps. Yeah, I'm super impressed. Super impressed. Super impressed. We'll see what the engineering is like when they arrive, but they look, from the very nice conversations I've been having with them and everything, they look super cool. Yeah, the nozzle's pretty interesting, isn't it? It's pretty interesting. So I'm very curious to see how it performs. But an airbrush is an airbrush. There's only so much you can kind of not really reinvent, but like it's got to be quality before you start messing around with stuff, right? So we'll see how it. Like I say, like my Iwater Eclipse is gorgeous, so it'll be a good benchmark to go up against, because I love my Iwater. Keep it simple, stupid. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. If in doubt, keep it simple. But if you want to push boundaries, it's gotta be at its core. Got to work. So we shall see, and I will let you all know. But yeah, there is the affiliate link, and like I say, Chris Frostin at checkout for a discount if you do end up going that way. And if you want to wait for me to get mine, which will probably be good anyway, I will do an undoubtedly very excited unboxing, because I am dead excited for them. But then I will kind of break down and say what it's like. Trying to soften all these blacks out now. Going around, because I did this so quick. Just trying to get some reds on. I missed some of the lighting volumes. So these black areas down here obviously need to have some red in. Otherwise it just doesn't work. That's where the light's going to be bouncing around. So it's definitely not going to be black down there. I just went outside to soak the plants and can confirm it's still hot. I'm going for a run after stream, so I hope it cools down for that. I'm going to the golf course to run up and down the fairways. So hopefully that. A Chris-shaped puddle. Well, I'm trying to lose some weight, so a Chris-shaped puddle would be good because that would be some excess weight gone. Get back to my athleticism. Get my athleticism back is the plan. So hill runs in 30-degree heat. Winners have reasons, and losers have excuses, as they say. So I will find a reason, and I'm going to go and do some runs. I'm going to smash it. It'll be awesome. It's going to be awesome. That's a really old saying, by the way. That's a really old saying, by the way. But it would mean I would finally be taller than you. No, there is no chance. There is no chance that I lose my height. I am. It will probably aid my height, to be honest. I have a reason that I like naps. Yes. Okay, right, now, I think maybe we can start doing a little bit of chipping on this now. I think. So, let's try some. Let's try some chipping, shall we? And of course, whenever we are chipping, we use the infamous Foam Throw. The Foam Throw Tweeze Pro. You could probably do ! Foam Throw. I think that's still a thing. Oh my god, I get to see the Foam Throw in action. I know, right? The infamous Foam Throw. Infamous. There is a whole video about this amazing tool up on YouTube. It is actually, there is actually a foam throw. Oh my god, fantastic. The foam throw. I'm surprised they haven't put the link. I'm surprised I haven't put the link in that message. Now you can see why I wanted it bright at the bottom. Do you like it, Christine? So if anybody's actually interested, give me a second. That is a link to these, so that's all you need. You just need some reverse tweezers. You need some reverse tweezers and a bit of foam. And you just tear up a bit of foam. Tear up a bit of foam, the tweezers hold it. You use some slightly watered down paint on your wet palette. And that's it. Hey, you just... Yeah, so the whole thing came because somebody in the community was trying to sell these for $25 or something. There we go. It's starting to look pretty good. And the same up on here. I'm using black. I'm going to go back over as well with some brown, so not quite as strong. But it's really good for chipping. It's really good for chipping transfers. There you go. Chip transfers away. Same with this bit, look. Let's chip that top of the wing. And it's not dry, so you have to have the paint wet. So it's definitely a thin down. And if you want more, then you just keep dotting. And the dots just build up and wear out that area. Yep, the foam throw. There you go. The foam throw, everybody. Sounds like I'm meant to do some shopping. The dirt sheet. I think the link has two, and then you can just use some of the foam that you get in all the packing from Games Workshop. It's just this. It's just this packing, the foam packing that you get from Games Workshop sometimes. In like blister packs and Forge World stuff. It looks good, doesn't it? Yes. Yeah, you get it in Forge World, you get it in blister packs for Lord of the Rings and everything. So. They must have, because I've got loads of it. If all else fails, I have beauty blenders for makeup I no longer wear. Boom. Yeah, just tear it up so you get an uneven edge. And then you can just do this. Yeah. Look how cool it is. Brilliant. Right, we should get some. We should get some brown. Should get some brown so I can do some brown chipping. Which is just Rhinox hide. I'm going to find a way to cool down. No worries. Hope you cool down well. I will be envious of you when I'm out running. Okay, right, so that's that. So now all we're going to do is we're going to flip this the other way around, so we get a fresh pad. And we're going to do the same with Rhinox hide. So you can, as I've shown before, just kind of tear this a little bit to make it a bit more uneven. And then as you're adding the dots, you can twist it to get a different shape, so it doesn't repeat. If I can find Rhinox hide, is it out? Yes, it's here. Here's Rhinox hide. There we go. Okay. Let's try and add. So we want to be a little bit more sporadic with this one. And we can also chip the black. With some brown. Quite prevalent on that bit there. There we go. And the same on this side. Right, let's add some brown chips over the top. And the same over here. There we go. To break up some of the streaks with a little bit of kind of very, very small chips. So like these streaks here. And break them up at the top. Just with some really small chips. Same over here, look. I think that's everything. Swap back to the black. I wonder what would happen if. Really pleased with that. I think that looks great. Okay. So I'm just going to add a tiny bit of light pigment just to see what it looks like. Vassy, thank you for the follow. How are you doing? Just to see how that looks on the black. The red recipe. The red recipe will be up on my Patreon and YouTube pretty quickly, but it is Galvorbak, Mephiston, and Evilson Scarlet. And this is all brush painted. Thank you very much. You can do exclamation mark Patreon to follow on Patreon as well. There's a video up on Patreon at the moment about the Dreadnought, which is being painted the same colour, same way. So if you want to go and drop me a follow over on Patreon, it's up there. But yeah, thank you very much. And just because I'm curious to see, yes, I'm mixing a pigment on my finger. Yeah, it would look amazing as Blood Angels. It would look really, really good as Blood Angels. Everybody tells me that it looks like Blood Angels. There we go. Sorry at work and people keep coming into my cubicle to chat, so I can't type much, but I'll definitely check. No worries, it's alright. God damn those people who keep wanting to ask you questions at work, eh? There we go. How does the Everknown? Thank you very much for the follow. Should probably. at least be vaguely using things like this. And this is just an absolutely knackered brush, so. Yeah, as a Blood Angel, this would look good as well. I'm trying to fill these little bits with this pigment. There we go. Yes. Slowly getting there. needs to come up. See if I can get this into the hinges, because the hinges are being a pain. I think the hinges are just holding a lot of water, and the water's not evaporating and leaving the pigment behind very well. Hey Murdoch, how you doing? The crispiest of Chris's. How are you doing? The sexiest of chatters. I'm good, thank you. How are you? How's your day been? Where it was boring, hobby was not. Nice! Fantastic, that's what we like. That's what we like. I have nearly finished. I'm going to go on a run. It is 6:30 now. So I'm going to go on a run in a second. I'm just fiddling, trying to do a bit more of this. I'm really enjoying it. Why do we listen to a bird chirping? Oh, on the song. That is Target's favourite song, the bird chirp one. It took me years to even hear the bird chirping. I don't hear it, and then Target was like, "There's a bird chirp on this song." It is not a bird chirp that I hear. Which is interesting in of itself. Hey, Hendarian. Remind me of Xerxes, although knows him, I guess. I don't know. It would have been one of the Eve songs. How are you doing, Hendarian? Is everything going well with you, dude? Hope so. Alright, last couple of minutes, guys. Last couple of minutes, and I'm going to head off on a run. I think that looks pretty cool. Spent a whole paycheck on minis, another one on paints and brushes, and then you start to think about that. Spending quite some time painting again. Nice! There we go. Right, I'm going to call it there. But I think that actually looks pretty cool. I think that looks good. I think that looks good. I like it. I'm going to have to take a screenshot for socials. Probably that angle, isn't it? There we go. Right, everybody, 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 yeah. Who is online? Yeah. Ren is on. Oh my god, what is Zum painting? Holy shit, we're gonna go and see Zum. Hey Darth, how you doing? Zumikito. There we go. Wow. Okay, that looks cool. Okay, everybody, I will see you all on. I'll see you all on Friday. I will try and do a little bit more of this weathering. Try and get a bit more of this weathering done. But I think that looks pretty cool. I think that's ended up looking pretty good. I will catch you all then. Say hello to Zum for me. Cryo, have an amazing one, and I will see you all later. Cheers, everybody.